All right, YouTube. This is a unboxing review for a 2026 Honda Elite Pilot all-wheel drive with the rear seat. This is going to be a roof rack. Before I show you the roof rack, let me show you a couple of things about a roof rack. That is what is called a roof rail. Some vehicles are equipped with it. Some vehicles are not equipped with a roof rail. So that's how you can tell if you're able to put a roof rack modification, but for no drilling, no nothing. This is specific for this vehicle here. If you didn't have this on here, then you would have to add this piece on here, or you would have to buy the roof racks that clip on the inside of the door. So this one here has the rail. So just because you see this, you do not have it. It's not considered a roof rack. That is just called rails. Like I said, some cars do, some cars. This particular model of the Venue, the 2024 the Venue, you can see it has the roof rails. And I'm going to show you that there's a difference. They normally call this the high roof rail. And again, you'll see a lot of cars do have these here and some don't. So now on this Tucson N line 2024, this is what they call the low roof rail. So it is a roof rail, but it's not as high. And as you see, it doesn't have the hole in it. So they call this the low roof rail, which you can attach a roof rack to it. So, and again, if this didn't have the rail, then you'd have to probably install this in your vehicle, or you'd have the ones that go inside the door. Now the link will be in the description, and that's the one for this particular vehicle. And basically it is a easy install there. Very simple, no drilling. It fits right on, and it comes with easy instructions, all the pieces to it. So that's the good thing. No drilling, easy overall instructions. Tells you what the front looks like, should be, because you can't put them in backwards, and then just shows you the part. I don't know what they call that yet. That could be called the base, or the base foot. And these are things that you can put on this top of your thing with a roof rack. So you could put that, and those accessories you have to buy there. And it just shows you different ways. Of course, it's always warning you anytime you have something up on top to be careful. Always check before you put on there. Sometimes things loosen up over time. Normally, if they did loosen up one time and you tighten, they shouldn't loosen up no more. But it's called this. They kind of like settle in. And you could put them in different positions. So I'll call these just the clamps and stuff. So you can see all the clamps do have a right. So it tells you which side goes on the right, which side goes on the left. Of course, these are very important because you don't want to scratch your paint up. And there's all your screws. So always check everything. And then you see the rails are definitely underneath there. So let me get it out. Okay, what I'm liking about it is that it's all steel. It's all metal. Very strong metal. That's metal too. So that's a good thing. Some of these can come in plastic. But this one here comes in metal. As you can see, this has a space here because it's the high one. As you've noticed, mine on that one does not have a space. That's what they call the low one. So I'm gonna take a guess that on mine's it'll clip on the outside, in and out, where this one here you have a nice hold. Both are gonna be very sturdy, but I just wanted to show you The other car does have the hole in it as well. So there we go. Comes with the tools, which is the Allen keys. I recommend when you're done putting the roof rack on, you put these keys either in your glove compartment or your center console. You want these keys with you when you travel. Looks like one key probably fit that, and then the other key is gonna fit that in there. Nice sturdy bolts. All right, there is a washer there. And we'll see. Maybe that's just an extra washer there. The washer goes on the small bolts, well, these already came with the bolts in it, so that might be an extra piece. The non-washer ones are gonna go on the post right there. Another thing, there's something that's called modification aftermarket. This would not be considered an aftermarket modification because this is a bolt-on set right here. An aftermarket modification would be something you have to bolt on, or again, it clips in the doors. I had one in my Toyota, and I used to put my bikes on the roof. This is not meant to put your bikes because look how tall that is to lift your bike up. At least on my little Corolla, my Corolla was low. I could put the bikes up there. So, but if you see those big baskets that people use when traveling, you could put that on here too. Especially with now cars having the moon roof and stuff, this is definitely something you want. The dealerships, another thing I've learned through the dealerships is that, well, let me go put this on while I'm telling you that. All right, I'm gonna put these little cushions on the end so I don't scratch the thing. Anyway, what I've learned is that dealerships don't put these on, of course, because they want to charge you, okay? Another thing, why this is not considered an aftermarket, because, well, you can consider it an aftermarket. Dealerships don't have their own roof racks. They literally would buy from a company like this and put it on as an aftermarket and charge you double what these people, and then the installation and everything there. What I learned is a lot of your rear wings on your vehicles that are on the back of the car are aftermarket. They are not. The dealership, after a couple of years, they will stop selling that. And then they would tell you it's an aftermarket. You have to go online. That's what I learned about the rear wings of vehicles. Sunroofs. A lot of sunroofs back in the day, not the moon roofs, but sunroofs. When you had a car with a sunroof. Well, that was an aftermarket part. They would send cars out to get sunroofs put in them. That was back in the day. And that's why a lot of cars had the sunroofs. But those were done aftermarket. They weren't done through the dealership. So they didn't come out the dealership with the sunroof on. So just remember that. This will be an aftermarket part. Once so many years run out, they will stop selling these. And they will tell you, you just have to go to the aftermarket. And what's good about these is that if you don't have the sticker there, it does show right and left on the inside. So, and these do have the cutouts for the holes. So I'm just getting them perfectly on there. And then I'll push this little piece out here that comes out there. So just remember that, guys. These are aftermarket parts. There's a lot of parts that the dealerships will offer you that are aftermarket and really not the dealership product. Let me put the rest on here and then we'll get to the top. Okay, another confusing thing is left and right. What do you consider left and right in a vehicle? Do you consider left and right outside, or do you consider left and right sitting inside? And this here is considered sitting inside the vehicle. Left will be the driver's side, and right will be the passenger side. Okay? So left is the driver's side, and right, because we normally say left, right. Left always comes before right, we always say. That's not left, that's right, left. Don't worry about if you take the sticker off. There is another left-right marking underneath it. So, a lot of rumors and stuff about having bike racks on top of your car, or racks. And you see the front, you can see it's more thicker, and then the back, it like tails off like a wing. Some myths are that these make whistling noises. Some people put a rubber foam in the center to keep the whistling noise, and other things they have like this wind deflector to keep the air from going underneath it. I've never had a whistling roof rack go on top. On my vehicle, I've never had a roof rack whistle while it's going down the road. The only reason they're showing you this like an airplane wing is for aerodynamics. That's what that is for. Yes, something on top of your thing can affect the aerodynamics of your vehicle. So you want it to flow through the wind as it's cutting it. Okay, so I'm going to remove these two things. I have my left on my left. I'm going to remove these two things. Now, these you do not tighten down once you put them in there because they are adjustable. And you'll be adjusting it basically when you get up there. And again, easy installation, one person, voila. And you can see on the inside how it has the aerodynamics of it. So it's not going to fit unless it's in there perfectly. Another thing, too, is that this thing said front of the vehicle, and I will show you the other sticker will say the rear of the vehicle. That is because they are probably not shaped the same. So the back might be more flat than the front. I don't know, but they do have it on there that one is for the front and the other is for the rear. So I'm going to put this in here. And again, I'm only putting this snug because I want to be able to adjust side to side when I get up in there. So let me finish putting these on all of them. And as you can see, this one says rear. And I've noticed in the rear one, it has a little baffle on the bottom. Nope, that one does have it too. So, and then A129. Oh wait, no, it's the same part number. So maybe they're just trying to let you know, like, hey, put this in the back, put that in the front. Regardless, same part number as the front and the rear. It's just, just letting you know, one's for the front, one's for the rear. So they can go on the front or the back. So I'll take that back. All right, let me finish putting all these on. And then we'll go to the installation stuff. Alrighty, here we go. I'm trying to get the best lighting in here for you guys to see. That is not attached. I just have it in place for it there. So I have everything in place. Make sure you put the washers. These two come with the washers. Make sure that all the washers are there. You got your rubber protector there. And now you're going to look alongside of here and you're going to say, wow, where the heck does this go? Because it doesn't go like that because it's sitting too low. I'm going to show you where. On the inside of the rail, there it is right there. That plug there has to come out, and that plug there has to come out. So I'm going to remove those plugs. That's where the other screw is going to go. Hopefully you can see it, but that's where you want it to go. Very easy to remove with your hand or with a plastic piece. These things that remove, there you go. That is it right there. I'll make sure that's outside cover, and that's what you're going to screw into. When you remove these, make sure you put these back in your glove compartment box or in your center console. That does have a bag that it came with. So I'll show you how I'm going to put everything back. And as you can see, I'm going to remove these right here. A lot of these cars, I can't remember what year it was, A lot of these cars are pre-hitched. I know there's some Chevys that aren't. There's certain American cars that aren't, but Toyota, Honda, Nissan, Hyundai, they have already what you call aftermarket ready installations. So you don't have to drill holes or anything. So these, on this Honda here, the holes are already here. So say if they use this manufactured or this type of style that this manufacturer sells, every other manufacturer that sells this type will sell theirs like this. It's all going to come down to, is the person that you're buying it from good quality, good price, all that is going to fall into place. This is good quality. Everything here is all metal. Link is in the description for the price. Same thing with hitches. They got pre-hole for the hitches. And again, there are some manufacturers that are not doing that. They want you to come back to them or go to a shop or something, and then they can get you on the upcharge. So let me remove all of these and then get that installed. Okay, I've already installed the one side. So I got the one side on already so that I can do this side over here, okay? It's easy, one person. Another thing is if you can't put these screws on with your hand and they are getting stuck, do not use a tool to first start screwing a screw. Because once you get that in and you damage those threads, it's a different game on. So basically that's not tight. I just have it snugged in. So I'm gonna raise this side up, push this up against there, and then put this into that slot and get the hole. As you can see, it's in the hole, hand tight. It's not tight, but I have it hand. Now, I am not gonna tighten this side. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tighten this up a little bit snug to bring this flush to that. Remember, this here is not tight yet. This is still loose. So I'm gonna bring this snug so that there rubs to that, because this is gonna bow this up like that. So let me get, now remember, don't tighten, just bring it to a snug so that seal and that rail can be one. That's another thing I want to show you. That does slide there, as you can see. So when you make your adjustments on how far, which is not gonna be a lot, how far and back, like if I want it flushed here, or do I want it pulled up here? See, not much of a difference. So if I pull it up here, I wanna make sure my side is pulled up there, and then I wanna make sure the backs are pulled up. If I decide I wanna push it back, and you're not talking a lot of difference, then I wanna push it back, make sure when I tighten up that side, I'm pushing it back. So I am pushing it back, no interference with that sunroof, which I'll show you. Beautiful height. So I'm gonna push it back, snug both sides, go to the other side, snug it, and then I'm gonna come for the final tightness. Yep, there's the Dodge Ram 2026. All right, after snugging here, then I go over there, tighten, tighten, and then the last ones is the top part of the rail, tighten. And that's what it looks like. Let me get a better lighting of it. And the reason I say save these is because just say, because I'm gonna keep everything in that bag and save it there. Just say if you don't want this in a year from now, you wanna take it down. Just for whatever reason you want to do. These holes are plugs. They plug those screw holes that go in there, which keeps the rain from pouring inside these rails and getting in here. So these are your rain guards. That's why they're cut deep, but these, you don't want the water rain to fall in there. So save them, because like I said, if you don't want these later on and you want to take them off, and just you're done using them, and you think they're just an inconvenience or whatever, and you want to just put them away. So if you decide to sell the car, you sell it with it, you put these plugs back in there. So all this will be in the glove compartment box or the center console, because that tool there, and they gave you an extra tool as well. Because like I said, if you're traveling and this gets loose, you want to make sure you have your tool with you and stuff. So let me get out in the lighting, see what it looks like. I'll be honest with you, it really does make the vehicle look nice. I like it. I mean, it just gives it that high-end look to it. Again, you could put the big basket on there. You could put surfboards, whatever for beaches, kayaks, skis, if you're going skiing. And then we're going to open up the inside, the window. It is as simple as putting all the books and everything in it, extra parts, and you just there we go. All right, let's see what the moonroof will do. I gotta try to work this moonroof. Come on. All right, there it goes. This one goes under, so it's nothing. And as you can see with the moonroof, because this door does go all the way back, that's all you're seeing is that little thing. So let me get it outside. And there you go. It doesn't block your view. And again, when it goes back, because the window stays inside, that is fine. Nothing there to mess with. And it has that nice clean look to it. Now they could put something on their roof. So that's what it looks like, guys. Easy installation, might have took about an hour. Everything is hand tight. Don't over tighten it. And then before rides, especially after your first ride, make sure you recheck it. But that's what it looks like. I mean, it really makes it look very luxurious. I like it. It looks clean. I like it. And this is a big SUV, but I mean, the roof rack really will stand out. People see that roof rack, they're gonna know that you spent some money on your vehicle, but I like it. Definitely looks aggressive. It looks like it's ready to get on the road. I like it a lot. All right, guys, until the next video. Peace.